Okay, so it's Rich Rosen, founder of FastCall again, and we're going to finish the installation of the FastCall click-to-call application in the which we've installed in the Salesforce App Exchange. In our earlier demonstrations, we installed the application, created a Salesforce site, we connected Twilio, and now we're going to add the home page component to our page layout. So I'm over here in our so I typed in home page. I'm going to go to our home page layout. Now your org may have multiple home page layouts depending upon how your org is set up. In this case, we have just the dashboard home page layout. I'm going to edit it. Your Salesforce admin will know the various homepage layouts that you might be using for profiles. So in this particular homepage layout, I'm just going to check the box next to FastCall, which is going to include the FastCall homepage component in the homepage layout. I'm going to click Next. Also going to put FastCall at the top, and I'm going to save. Now, if you did need to assign this based upon profile, of course, again, your admin will know how to do that, but we're just going to save. And this essentially is putting the FastCall component onto our home page, and the next thing that we're going to do, which may already be done in your org, is we're going to come down here to user interface, and again, this might already be enabled in your org. And under Sidebar, it says enable collapsible sidebar, which is an option. I usually like to choose that, but show the custom sidebar components on all pages, which will essentially put the FastCall component onto all pages. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to click Save. And what we're going to see now is when I come back, we'll just go to Lead. So as we saw, we had this all pages, and we made it collapsible. So I'm going to uncollapse it, and there is the FastCall component. And if I click on this is a fresh org, so there's just some test data here. Let's see here, to maybe say all leads. Should have at least one. There we go. Got it. So you see is now the home page component has been installed in the org. The phone now has an icon next to it. We could actually go and place a test call now, but I'm also seeing that in this drop-down, we now have two options for phones. This is what we call our no phone option, and the soft phone option. Usually this will be done already, but the user in the org does have to have phone numbers in order for us, because that's where we take the user's phone number. So I'm going to come back over to our users, and again, this is probably done in your org already. I'm going to come over to my user, and I'm just going to go in and I'm going to add a phone number. That's just add a phone number. Okay, these are just add phone numbers for both office and mobile to the user org. And if I come back over to lead now and come back to this lead record, we do actually need to be on a record, a lead record, an account record, contact, etc., in order for us to be able to see the widget. And then we'll, once we refresh the page, we'll see that those phone numbers are now available. So when the user is placing their call, they're picking their phone numbers from this drop-down. So soft phone, once I refresh the browser, those phone numbers will be available. Okay, so the last step, almost last step, is to assign our licenses, and I'm just going to go ahead and I'll do that here. I actually was just on that user record. I should have just done it there. So I'm going to go and there's really two ways that we can do this. I'm going to come back over and I'm going to go to my installed packages. In this case, you'll see that FastCall is listed as an installed package. You can really do this two ways. You can come in through the user record or the package. So I'm going to come into Manage Licenses, and I actually I'm going to need to add, in this case, I was added as a user because I am the admin, but if you need to add your users, you're going to do that here. And if you are installing the application and you're an admin and you're not going to use the FastCall application, you want to manage that license here. So this is actually where you're going to assign your licenses. Do that here under the FastCall application. There's one other license that we do need to assign, and I'm going to go back to our sites. The site guest does need to have a license, so each individual user of the applications will have a license, and there is an additional one license that is required for the site guest user. So we're going to come back over to that site that we created in the earlier demo. Just click site, and we're going to go to public access settings, view users. Here's the site guest user. We're going to edit site guest user, and then we have to, oh, no, I don't want to edit that. I want to go, sorry. I just want to click on site guest user, and then we're going to go and we're going to assign a license. So I've come down to the bottom of the page here, and we're going to click FastCall. I have to add, okay, good, so now the site guest user has a license. So in this case, if we just wanted to check, if I went back over to packages again, let's go to installed packages, you'll now see that there's been 2 used licenses out of the 6 that are available in the free trial order FastCall. Okay, so the last step, which I'll do in the last and final demo video, is how we're going to customize our lead, contact, and account page layouts and our task page layouts. That's somewhat optional, but you'll see in the demo that there's some fields that you're going to want to add so that you'll see the data that FastCall is providing for you.